everybody, we're back today to make a small batch snickerdoodle cookie recipe. Now a lot of us have been staying inside because of COVID-19. We find that we're sort of giving ourselves therapy with a few extra calories every day. So this is one way to sort of have something sweet and feel great, but also limit the amount of consumption you're having. So this is going to make about 6 cookies. All right. So you're only going to need a small amount of each, which is also a benefit because we're starting to struggle to get the kind of things that we want at the grocery store. So this way you can make just a small amount and enjoy. All right, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of unsalted softened butter. Put it into the bowl. And to that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of regular granulated sugar. Just mix it together. Now I think it would be almost impossible to even use like a hand mixer, but you could try it. I'm just going to do this one by hand. Doing this with my electric mixer, there's just no way that the depth of the bowl and the way the paddle is, it would even be able to reach these ingredients. So I'm just going to quickly mix it up by hand. All right, that's incorporated enough. We don't have to really worry about creaming this together. We really just need to mix it together. Now I'm going to add to this 1 egg yolk and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to do what I can to get as much of it out of the container since these are really small increments. We don't want to miss a drop. Just mix it together. Just mix it until you can't see any butter lumps, any remaining, just so that it's completely incorporated. I've got one last pesky little lump in there. All right, that looks to be good. And then I want to add my sifted dry ingredients. I'm going to do it right over the bowl. I have 6 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour and 1/8 of a teaspoon each of cream of tartar and baking soda. Sift it in. Any last little bits remaining, just push them through and mix it together. And it's going to be just like any regular cookie dough that you're used to. Don't overmix it, just bring it together until everything's evenly incorporated. Alrighty. Looks good to me. All right, the next thing I want to do is simply divide it into 6 pieces. Now you could use one of those handy portion cookie scoops if you have them, but I'm simply going to put this out onto the work surface and divide it equally into 6 pieces. So in half and then into thirds. And they're not going to be absolutely precise, but don't worry about it. And I'm not going to miss any bits. I'm going to get it all off. All right. Roll them into balls. So snickerdoodle cookies are the type that are rolled in cinnamon sugar. So now that I have them into 6 somewhat even portions, I want to roll them into a mixture of the cinnamon sugar. I have in here 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just going to stir it together till it's evenly incorporated. I'm gonna roll each of the cookie dough balls into the cinnamon sugar and place them down on a parchment lined baking pan. Now, if you don't have parchment paper, you could simply just spray it with pan release on your baking sheet so that the cookies won't stick. You don't need to press the cookies down at all. The oven is going to help to melt the cookies down so that you're going to get that classic look. They're not going to stay like dough balls like this. All right, that's all 6 cookies. They're evenly spaced on the pan, so there's no chance that they're going to touch each other. They need to be at least 1 inch apart from each other before they go in the oven. I'm going to bake them now at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for between 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so it's been a full 10 minutes and the cookies are all ready to come out of the oven. Don't they look delicious? Now, it's a small batch. They're not likely to last very long, but a few serving suggestions. An ice cold glass of milk, or perhaps if you have some vanilla ice cream on hand, put a scoop between 2 of these and making a sandwich, ice cream sandwich out of it would be delicious. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a try, small batch snickerdoodle cookies.